Hello, friends. This is Catherine Marie. I wanted to give a little update on the money problems. So today, I guess I should start with yesterday. Yesterday, I called my insurance company and it sounded very promising. The person that I spoke with seemed to understand very quickly what I was calling about. She said that she would call the hospital directly and talk about the, the provider bill was different than the facility bill. And I'm sorry, my brain's just like mushy. But anyway, it sounded like she was going to work it all out and she was going to leave me a message. And she called and left a message a few hours later and said that she did speak to somebody and all I have to do is update my something. I think it was like, I can't remember, I wrote it down somewhere, but it was something like coordination of benefits or something. And basically that means when I called them and asked, like, okay, what does that mean? What do I need to do? They just were like, oh, do you have any other insurance besides this one? And I was like, no. And they're like, oh, okay. And apparently if you have a large bill, then they might just kick it back and say that you have to confirm that you don't have any other insurance before they put it through. I don't know. Maybe I misunderstood, but I was just like, okay, great. And then they were saying that, I said, well, is that going to cover the $6,000, thing that the bill that I got? And they were like, well, we do this side, the facility, but let me transfer you over to the other part of the insurance because they're the ones that would talk about the provider. And then I call over there and they're like, oh no, actually, like we do the facility, they do the provider. And I'm just like, oh. So I ended up calling back the other one and it was over. So today I was on the phone for over 2 hours and my brain is so exhausted. I am like having a hard time thinking straight at all. So I was really excited yesterday because I was thinking, oh, this is great. I'm just going to write a little addendum, or not write an addendum, say an addendum to the little podcast about money problems. I can say, no worries, guys. It's so easy. You just call your insurance and they fix it. But I'm feeling like it took way more energy than it should have, and it wasn't fixed. I think it's fixed now. They're going to run the bill through, and apparently it wasn't $6,000, it was $22,000, and it was a facility charge. So they're going to run it through again with insurance this time, and they reached out to the hospital to tell the hospital that it's being put through again. But my head hurts so badly just from trying to explain to the different sides of the insurance because I didn't really know if the bill was from the facility or the providers. I was just like, I guess it's the facility because it said that on the facility letterhead, but I'm not really sure, So anyway, I wanted to just say that it was not easy and I thought it was going to be easy. The first person was good, but I'm just going to have to wait and see when it gets put through again, how much they're going to say that I have to pay. And the other thing that I learned that is very interesting is the state of California, where I live, they actually passed in 2017 a no surprises law, where if the insurance doesn't if the insurance pays a certain amount, the other for it's something about out of network, and it sounds exactly like this case. Like the psychiatrist that was in this program, technically it was an outpatient program, but the facility is in network, but the provider, if you were inpatient, they're in network. If you're outpatient, they're out of network. So it's just like so confusing. And remember, I'm a freaking nurse practitioner, right? Like I understand this stuff to a pretty large extent over the average bear, but I'm just like, how is this? I didn't even want to tell the guy and the woman and the people that I've been talking to on the phone. I didn't even tell them that I'm a nurse practitioner, because I guess it doesn't matter, but also because I'm embarrassed that I'm having so much trouble just trying to vocalize what's happening, and I don't know. So on the bright side, if you live in California, it seems as though they're trying to protect patients' rights, and that is good. I still don't know how it's going to unfold, but I will be sure to give an update once I have one. But the bottom line is just that it was exhausting. My brain is fried. I am frustrated that it took multiple calls and that much time, especially because they had all my insurance information and they knew that I didn't have any other insurance, but they had to officially ask me or something. All of this stuff blows my mind, because if you have long COVID, you don't have this mental energy to give, right? I mean, you barely have enough energy to go pick up your kid at school or like make dinner that consists of 2 ingredients or just anything at all that involves any energy is such a huge feat to try to do. So it's frustrating that this would take so much. Like, honestly, I decided that I can't take my kid to swim lessons today because I'm exhausted and I can't think like super straight. And thankfully the school is like 2 seconds and I can walk, but it's just, I don't know. I'm just really frustrated that it took so much of my energy today when I didn't have any energy to spare. I know you know what I mean, but I'm just venting. Anyway, I will give updates when I find out more later. But so I think it's resolved, but it was very, yuck, right? Okay, that's it for now. We'll talk again soon when I have updates or I come up with another topic to talk about. Okay, take care. Bye.